Hey, it's your girl Queen. I'm back again with another edition of Catching the Cut. And today we're going to talk about Boosie's arrest and the fact that he got arrested by the feds allegedly for the gun or the weapon that he said wasn't his. And his boy took the charge in California. But California decided to drop the charges, and upon dropping the charges, the Fed picked up the charges, in which you could tell it was a play. That the feds had already talked to California, and California decided it wanted to save money, save its resources, and go ahead and let the Fed prosecute the case. And so that seems to be what is happening. So before I get into this first clip, go ahead and I'm gonna need you to ratchet on that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Just show me a little love. I appreciate it. After I get through with this clip, I have another clip because I want y'all to see that Boosie is not. When he went on Matt Hoffa's show, and he said that that they always keep somebody around that's going to take the charges for him. I want to show y'all that Boosie is not the first entertainer to do this, and that is common in the industry for them to always have a fall guy with them. The fall guy is predetermined, and the fall guy already knows that he's going to take the charges, whether it be for drugs, whether it be for weapons. The fall guy knows if they get stopped that they're going to take the charge. I've known this since 1999. My dude was in the industry until he passed in 2020. And it was known that someone in the clique would take the charge. So Boosie, he just told something that was known on the inside. But he put it out there, and apparently is what got him where he is at. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play the clip of what he said when he did the interview with Matt Hoffa.
Right. So you get pulled over, right?
Yeah.
Cops found the weapon. Who gun is this?
Yeah. What happened?
You keep it real in that situation too?
What you mean if the cops find the weapon?
Yeah, they find a weapon, it's like 5 of y'all in the whip. It ain't yours.
This shit didn't happen plenty of times.
Yeah,
my boy gonna say that's his guns when they come to the car. Yeah, that's what they do.
They always
That's
pull
when
you
you had the
over.
youngest person in the clique for all the time around you. People do that seven different times in the clique. Who's never not convicted, they just, take the charge for the pistol.
All right, and that was Boosie in the interview with Matt Hoffa, saying that the youngest person in the clique is going to take the charge, and generally that's true. But if that young person already, has a charge or whatever, then it'll be the next person up from them. But the artist will never take the charge. Let me say that again. The artist will never take the charge because the artist is the one who is making the money. And if the artist is in jail, no one is getting paid. So I'm going to show you guys the last public time that I can remember that this happened. And it just so happens that in the same article, they mention a time before that it happened publicly, that someone in the clique took the charge knowingly for the artist. And that is not the first time. So I'm going to play this clip, and the clip is entitled Lil Wayne Gets Caught with Drugs in Saudi Arabia, and Mack Maine Takes the Blame. Shout out to Hood Talk News.
What's good? What's good? Man, God damn it. Lil Wayne at it again. Now it seems that Mack Maine had to take a charge for this fool to get out of Saudi Arabia. They caught him with some weed. Luckily, it was just weed, and hopefully Mack Maine get a slap on his wrist and get the fuck on back to the country, goddammit. But Lil Wayne, you gotta stop it, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all better get with this dude. Somebody better get with this dude and straighten him out, man. Everybody gonna be locked up in every goddamn country taking a goddamn charge for this fool. What is gonna be next time? Goddamn it, who else on the goddamn staff? Goddamn, Mack Main gonna take a goddamn charge for goddamn his syrup in the next goddamn time? Now shit got a goddamn change. Now shit.
All right, and that was Hood Talk News, and they were talking about the charge that Mack Main took for Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was physically caught with the weed on him, but Mack Main took the charge so that Wayne was free to leave the country, and Mack had to stay there in jail. I don't recall how long Mack stayed in jail in Saudi Arabia. It wasn't as long as Future's DJ. I think Future's DJ stayed like 3 months. But I don't think Mack stayed that long. But Mack Main did take the charge for Lil Wayne when he was arrested. And let's go over this article about what happened. And this article was in Popular Super. All right, it says Lil Wayne arrested in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for weed possession. Mack Main in jail. This was December the 1st, 2019. Lil Wayne was just arrested in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for weed possession. His manager, Mack Main, is also in jail. Rapper Lil Wayne and his manager were just apprehended by authorities for alleged weed possession, just moments after he performed at a concert in the city. Everything went smoothly until Weezy was caught later that night. Here's what happened. Rapper Lil Wayne performed many of his hits while at a concert in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, alongside other rappers Future and Tyga, just a few hours ago. Reports claim that everything went smoothly, but that didn't last very long. He landed himself in trouble by allegedly carrying weed on him, a substance that is illegal in the country. And you can see the date of that concert was November the 30th, 2019. It says, but Lil Wayne was allowed to leave, and he was allowed to leave the country. And here's why. And the story, and I'm not getting into the story with Future's manager. I'm not going to go to an article of Future's manager. However, prior to this, I'm waiting for the next page to load. I don't know why it's running slow, so I'll just explain what happened with Future's manager. Prior to this, Future had a concert over in Saudi Arabia, and he got busted with weed as well. And his manager, or his DJ, I believe it was his DJ, went ahead and took the charge so that Future was able to return to the United States. And his DJ ended up staying in Riyadh or Saudi Arabia for a total of 3 months before they released him and allowed him to come back to the United States. So they figured, when this situation happened, that if Wayne had to stay, he may be there for an extended amount of time. And that would have meant that a lot of people would lose a lot of money. So his friend, his very, very, very good friend, them niggas blood friends now, decided to take the charge for Wayne so that he could go back to the United States. And if he had to be in there for 3 months, at least Wayne was at home making the money. Because if Wayne not making money, nobody under him is making money. So I thought it was smart for them to do this, but not everybody will agree. So after the rapper was discovered to have marijuana on him, his longtime friend and Young Money manager, Mack Maine, stepped in, taking the blame for the weed. Mack is now rumored to be incarcerated in Saudi Arabia. Because Mack took the blame, Wayne was allowed to then leave the country and return to the United States. So Wayne came back to the United States, but Mack had to stay in Saudi Arabia in jail for, I don't believe he stayed very long, especially after what happened with Future's DJ. I don't believe Mack stayed very long at all. But feel free to Google the story and you'll see. Just look it up. It happened. Elements of the story were confirmed when Weezy went onto Twitter to say, "Never going to Riyadh again." While many of his fans are happy that he was able to get out, not everyone thinks he deserves to walk away without any consequences. So here's the tweet where he tweeted, "Never going to Riyadh again." And by the way, if you go on his timeline and try to find this tweet, you will not find it, because Wayne did delete the tweet shortly after he tweeted it, and people from Saudi Arabia started commenting. So someone from Saudi Arabia commented under that, and they said, "I'm sure they have informed you drugs are not allowed here, but you thought we are in the desert. Who will know?" So down here it says same thing. A Saudi native wrote under his comment, "I'm sure they have informed you drugs are not allowed here, but you thought we're in the desert. Who will know?" And things aren't looking good for Mack Maine. This was December the 1st. Things aren't looking good for Mack Maine because he, again, had to stay in Saudi Arabia, whereas Wayne was allowed to come back home to the United States, and Wayne did return to the United States. So it says last year, Future's DJ was held in Saudi Arabia for almost 3 months for the very same charge, weed possession. The law is very strict when it comes to drug use, and they're using these celebrities to set an example. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. A lot of people are really saying that Boosie self-snitched, in which he did. But really in the industry is just, I guess, an unspoken secret that someone in the clique, other than the artist, is going to take the charge. And as you can see here, 2 examples of where that happened, even though they're extreme examples where, they were overseas. However, they would not, and Mack Maine he's like the head. He's over Wayne. He's not under Wayne. I hate to say he's over Wayne, but he's an equal with Wayne. He's his peer. He's not his employee. And he took that charge just to make sure Wayne went home. So that's loyalty right there. That's loyalty. So Boosie, he self-snitched, and he told, something that I guess was a secret in the industry, where artists are not supposed to get the charges, that is predetermined who's going to take a charge if something ever goes down. I'm just sorry he got, he ran his mouth. He got caught up like that, but it is what it is. And now you have the popos looking at all of the